it can be shorter. It could be down to as little as 3 years, because we have 6 to 7 subjects per semester. If they take more, they take, say, 10 subjects per semester. When we have the full offering, right now we are, because we just started, so those who are joining us now have to take what's available. But once the course gets moving, we're going to the fall semester in September, then those who are joining in September, they could conceivably take courses which are from the first semester as well as courses from the second semester.
So
depending on the amount of time, really, it's really up to the amount of time that the person has that they can, give to the study.
So it's very comfortable for somebody. He can study at home and he can choose what he takes. Almost, 6 subjects in a semester, for example. It's not too much. It's possible. And what kind
to be honest, I mean,
it seems to be.
Yeah, you have to give it, a consistent amount of time. It is because every subject you figure, if you have 6 subjects and you have 2 classes a week, okay, so you have to, if one given subject, you've got 2 hours that you need to listen, right? And let's say give another 2 hours to read over that same material.
At least, yes, of course.
Okay, so that's 4 hours for one subject.
Okay.
And then you have the test also. So you're preparing yourself for the test. Well, even we just call it 4 hours.
Yes.
4 hours times 6 subjects, that's 6 courses, 24 hours.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean with comfortable, I don't mean, it's easy, but I mean, he can choose when he learns. For example, for somebody, he has to go to university now. At this time, you have to be available. It's maybe hard, but so he can choose whatever time he learns, of course.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, we can say that if you have 7 days in a week, and you decide you're going to put in 6 days evenings studies, you have to think in terms of 4 hours each evening.
Okay.
So it's not a joke, right?
No, I don't say it's a joke.
What I mean though is that it is, what it is saying is that even though, say you might miss one night, you can put 2 hours a night and then make up the rest on the weekend, for your Saturday and Sunday, for example. But you'll need to be putting in some consistent amount of hours every day.
Yes.
It has to be tackled in a
very
disciplined
keen.
way. So you have to do it in a disciplined way. I mean, there's flexibility, meaning that you
this
can.
This is what I mean. This is the word.
There's flexibility there, but still, it can't be done when I feel like it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. The person will not be able to keep up with the requirements of the classes, or the assignments, or the midterm, and it's all going to pile up on them. They're not going to be able to.
This is the exact term I wanted. Flexibility. For example, now, what kind of subjects do you have? I saw, for example, Aqidah, Mustalah, Hadith, and.
It is. We're running basically what we would call the Usul al-Din, Da'wah and Usul al-Din course. We have all of the basic topics that are covered in Da'wah, all of the basic topics covered in Usul al-Din. Usul al-Din meaning you're going to have Aqidah, you'll have Fiqh, you'll have Hadith, you'll have Tafsir, you'll have Sirah, you'll have Arabic, grammar, and we also add courses which are, we could say, supplementary courses for anybody graduating to be effective in working in community, doing community work, etc., or teaching, etc. So we have courses in teaching methodology from an Islamic perspective, in administration, Islamic administration, in Islamic finance. We have courses also in studies of minorities, minority studies, Muslim minorities around the world. We have courses which deal with organizations. How do Islamic organizations function? Looking at those organizations, how to set up an Islamic organization. So So we have a variety of supportive courses which should give the graduate the ability to either run an Islamic institution or to teach in an Islamic institution, to be a consultant to an Islamic institution, to be a translator, or to just use that in their own field. For example, maybe they're an engineer. Use that knowledge to guide them as an engineer how to apply their skills in a way which is most beneficial Islamically. So beneficial to the Muslim community, etc.
So I see your aim is not only that the people learn for themselves, but that they also teach it afterwards, and that the Islamic community benefits from it. This is what.
Because as Muslims, we're not individuals. We are part of a community.
Of course, I just mentioned this because some people think, yes, I learn only for myself, and afterwards it doesn't matter. I need to pray, and if I know to pray, it's okay, but I don't teach other people. So I see your concept is based or focused on people who also want to benefit the community.
The bottom line is that, of course, those people who just want the knowledge for themselves, we say, come, get it, take it, benefit from it. Okay. But of course, Prophet Muhammad he said, خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. The best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. Okay, so that is the best. Good is to learn the Quran. If you didn't teach it to anybody, it's still good. It's benefited from it. You improve your salah, whatever. So we are there for both. I mean, ultimately we do want people to be able to share the knowledge, because that is the ultimate level. And that is where the greatest benefit is.
So you told us how much time somebody needs to benefit and somebody needs for learning in this course. Now, if you compare, you studied in Medina and you studied in Riyadh, and you make this course up. So, if you now make a comparison between the studies, for example, in Medina, or somebody who graduates from Medina and somebody who graduates from your course, what are the disadvantages or what are the advantages, how would you compare it?
Well, the bottom line is that Islamic knowledge is fundamentally in Arabic. Okay? So a person who studies Arabic formally, spends 2 to 3 years studying Arabic, then goes into a full course of study in Arabic medium. From the depth of knowledge in Arabic, he will have a greater access, no doubt. However, the essence of what is being studied is taught in our program. In the Islamic Online University, a person who studies it will study the essence of what is there. He will study enough and have enough knowledge to be able to teach others, to benefit others, benefit himself, etc. So the main studies will be there. And he will also be getting Arabic, which will enable him in the future to go further, in his studies in the Arabic medium. So, the point is that there are levels. The study in Medina and in Arabic institutions is going to be higher, no doubt. What we have is something which may have additional benefits in the sense that, we're getting some other skills, because we have included those other subjects of Islamic finance and business administration and these other courses, which would then give the graduating student, other skills and would strengthen him in the field of da'wah as well as in his Islamic knowledge.
This is exactly what I wanted to say, because I looked at your program and it seemed to me from the beginning that you're very focused on the da'wah work, that the one who graduates from this course, that he's able to give da'wah to other people. Now, you said it is almost for 4 years. But I see also as an advantage, especially for people in the West, if they study, for example, in English, they can also teach in English. I mean, for example, in Germany, or maybe it's also in some English-speaking countries, there's most durus, most lectures are always in Arabic or in Turkish and so. And so I think for the non-Muslims, if somebody learns the religion in English, it's easier for him maybe to handle with non-Muslims, because he has all these terms he has memorized them. For example, now you learned in Arabic. Of course, I don't say don't learn in Arabic. I try also, but I just want to mention this because I see this as an advantage, because there are some terms in Arabic. For example, tawheed. How do we translate this if we don't talk to somebody? Or how do we translate mustalah? How do we translate this and that? So I think it's also advantage maybe for the people in this point.
Yeah, I mean, considering that English is basically the international language, which all people are learning all over the world. So for dawah purposes, definitely, having the course in English is a definite advantage.
Maybe, for example,